Conor relaxed, smiling. Oh!
Who didn't see this one coming? The notorious Conor McGregor is by far one of the biggest names in the UFC. With a healthy mix of a captivating persona and unique fighting style, McGregor was clearly a marketable fighter that has worked as Dana White's golden goose.
Get out of here with that.
McGregor is also the UFC's best paid fighter of all time. His recent loss to Dustin Poirier earned him a whopping $5 million alone. However, McGregor isn't everyone's favorite mixed martial artist. After making a name for himself as a trash talker, disrespectful opponent, and attacker of old men, McGregor tends to make the list of most hated fighters. But at the end of the day, that's why people tune in. They can't help but want to see what crazy thing McGregor is gonna do next. Love him or hate him, you can't help but watch him.
Less than a minute remaining in the first round. Ronda Rousey extending the arm.
She's got to squeeze her knees a little bit.
Tate hanging on, desperately trying to survive.
Oh, she's going to break it. Oh.
It's over. Rousey has done it. 5 professional fights. 5 first-round armbar submissions.
Another household name from the UFC who made regular appearances on talk shows, movies, and on magazine covers. At the height of her MMA career, rowdy Ronda Rousey was the embodiment of superstar status. Being the very first women's bantamweight champion in the UFC, Rousey broke down barriers and established herself as a very big deal in the world of combat sports. In her very last fight, where she lost to Amanda Nunes, Rousey still earned a whopping $3 million. Ronda definitely isn't everyone's favorite fighter. After some devastating losses at the tail end of her career, many began to question Rousey's talent. But there's no denying that just about everybody on Earth knows the name of the legendary Ronda Rousey.
Right there, too.
2 rights,
And
3
2
lefts.
rights, 3 rights, and a knee.
This could be the end of the fight.
Definitely hurt. Liddell now.
Oh, baby, oh.
Just Liddell. Unbelievable.
This fighter is another UFC star who has made fairly common appearances on TV shows and movies. Chuck the Iceman Liddell was a huge name in the earlier days of the UFC and might be considered a prototype for the crossover celebrity status attained by his successors. By the end of his career, Liddell was making $500,000 a fight, win or lose. The Iceman's crazy knockout power put MMA on the map as a mainstream spectator sport. Liddell was fighting some of the biggest and best fighters of his time, earning himself a spot on this list.
The power shots of Brock Lesnar. He's got so much power in those fists, Mike.
Up against the fence.
In big trouble.
Brock
That's
Lesnar
it.
trying to finish it.
That's it.
Phoenix there, and it is all over.
He's out.
Brock Lesnar is the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion.
As we know, being a huge MMA superstar takes more than just big talent. It also takes a big personality. If you don't remember Brock Lesnar's fights, you might remember his crazy post-fight interviews.
Frank Mir had a horseshoe up his. I told him that a year ago. I pulled that son out and I beat him over the head with it. Woo!
Lesnar's rise to fame was fast and furious, as he quickly took on tough competition and won by pure intimidation and devastating power. For UFC 200, perhaps Lesnar's biggest event, he was paid a whopping $2.5 million. It's no shocker that Brock Lesnar, as one of their literal largest stars, has made it on our list of the biggest names in UFC history.
Hands down, just leaning back out of the range of those kicks. Got to be very careful.
his name may not be quite as big as others on this list, Israel Adesanya is well on his way. The last stylebender is signing endorsement deals with companies like Puma, and his unique charisma has landed him on the cover of EA Sports UFC 4. Adesanya was undefeated until just recently in his fight against light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz, and is still the reigning UFC middleweight champion. Despite his loss, in his last fight, Izzy took home over $600,000. The stylebender is still hell-bent on challenging the light heavyweight division, and we can't wait to see who Adesanya takes on next. Is there anybody you think should have made the list? Is your favorite fighter on the list? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe and check back every week for more Ultimate MMA.